Welcome to igmGuru. igmGuru is one of the global leading online training and certification provider for IT expert by the skilled IT gurus to help them achieve their professional goals.
We are going to discuss about that apart from the prompt, can we set some settings of the large language model to control the output? So one portion that we have is from the prompt side, where we will use the prompt engineering to improve the prompt, optimize the prompt. And another side is large language model. So in the large language model, we have some parameter which we can tweak to control the output. So first, let's start with that what are those parameters. So if we go through the PPT, the first parameter that we have is the temperature. So we have a temperature argument which contain the value between 0 to 1 and which tells the, or if we increase the value of the temperature, it lead to more randomness in the output. More randomness, or you can say that more creative output. If I lower down the temperature, the chance that my model will give a very specific output every time for the specific question. Like for example, I want to create a content for what is generative AI. So when I want to create this content, what is a generative AI? So definitely I want the answer, or I want the output is more creative. Am I right? You want the output is more creative instead of simple, which is also available on many websites. Am I right? But if I lower down the temperature, as I mentioned that lower down the temperature means that you will get more deterministic result, means that the same result again and again. So now the question comes that when to use the lower temperature. So we should lower down the temperature when I want a very specific output. Like for example, in the case of the sentiment classification model, when we are using the large language model as a sentiment classification model. So here, I don't want any extra output apart from the positive and negative. I want either positive or negative. But in case of the writer, like for example, I'm working as a content writer for a company. Here, we know that lot of content is available for the same content which I'm going to generate. Like for example, what is generative AI? For these things, lot of content is available over the internet. But as a content writer, I cannot simple copy paste the same content. In that scenario, we are going to increase the value of temperature to get the more creative output. So how we can get the more creative output? So they will add the extra lines, extra words to explain the same concept. We will see these things practically as well. The next parameter is frequency penalty. What is this frequency penalty? If we see the definition, so they are saying the frequency penalty applies a penalty on the next token to how many times that token already appeared. So the thing is, there might be a chance that same word is coming again and again. Like for example, when I'm asking the question that what is Python programming? So there might be a chance that every time sentence start from the Python, like, hey, Python is a very easy language. Python is a programming language. Python can be used as a backend. Python can be used as a front end language. So every time the sentence gets started with the Python, but it increased the monotonicity in the output. So to control the output of a token, to control the frequency of a token in the output, we use the frequency penalty. Higher the frequency penalty means that we are restricting the token to generate. And now the next parameter is the max length. So max length is the number of token that model is going to generate. So definitely it is also, we need it, because if we give the freedom to my model to generate any number of tokens or any length of the output, it will unnecessarily increase the cost, right? So that's why, based on my problem statement, we are going to set the max length, that whether my max length contain the 100 token, 150 token, 500 token, and so on. So these are the most widely used parameter to control the large language model setting. So now we are going to see that what are the effects of this model. So what we can do is, I'm going to open the large language model, that is Google Gemini. So in the Google Gemini, let me just open the playground. So I'm going to the Google AI Studio. Chat prompt. And now I can see this system, guys. Okay. So this is the Google Gemini playground. And on the right hand side, you can see that they are giving us the freedom to select the different model: Gemini 1 Pro, Gemini 1.5 Flash, Gemini 1.5 Pro, and so on. They are also giving us that when you are hitting the model, so how many token will be used as the input and the output. And the next parameter is the temperature. If you see these things, current value of the temperature is 1. If I just lower down, it is 0. So 0 to 1, it will vary. Then after that, add stop sequence. Add stop sequence means that I can pass a string, and if that string came in the output, please stop the process and return the data till date. Then after that, we have the advanced setting. In the advanced setting, I can check the output in the JSON. If you want to see the output in the JSON, you can do. Top P is very similar to the frequency penalty. Okay. So mostly we will see the effect of the temperature here. So now I will write a prompt with the temperature 1. And my prompt is, what is Python programming? So temperature is 1. And now let me just check the output, and we will compare this output with the temperature 0. So now you can see that token is 7, means that my input token is 7. And once this output gets generated, it will calculate the total token. So my input token was 7 and total token is 497, means that it generated the 490 token. Okay. So now let's see the output. So output is that Python programming is a versatile and popular programming language known for its readability, simplicity, and extensive libraries. It is a high-level language, meaning it's closer to the human language than the machine code, all these things. Here is the breakdown of the Python programming key aspects: readability, beginner-friendly, dynamically extensive. It is used for the web development, data science, all these things. And then after that, it is giving some example: print hello world. Okay. Why we choose the Python? It is the easy of learning, community and resource is very good, large community. then versatility, high demand. And then after that, if you are interested in learning to Python, Python is a great language to start with. Its versatility and accessibility make it valuable skill for the various career path. So this is my output. Now I'm taking the same question, creating a new prompt, and now asking the same question with temperature 0.05. Okay, token is 6. You can see that when I ask this question, token converted is 6. If I hit the run, let's see the output. Can you compare this output with the previous output, and can you tell me the difference, guys? Can you tell me the difference? If you talk about the difference is that this part is okay. What is Python? This is okay. But why is the Python is popular? That is also was there. So web development, this is also there. So getting started with Python, it was not present. And also, if you see that they are also explaining that how to write a Python code, print hello world, it is also not present. It's giving us very pointed output. But when the temperature is high, you can you can remember that we are getting like some lines about that how to write the code like print hello world. And apart from this thing, they are also telling us that what are the different examples and some first definition of the Python in more words basically. So this is the difference of the temperature. I hope it's clear now. Any doubt, any question?
So here when we set the temperature 0, right? So the number of token is 576, right? So we are saying like when we go for temperature right 0, right? It should give the exact like the concise answers, right? So that means like it should take less number of token, right?
It totally depends on because here the thing is we are giving the freedom to generate as many as token you can generate.
Mhm.
So by lower down the temperature, we are not putting the restrictions on the count. Okay. So the temperature effect is the content quality, the token generation quality, not on the number of content. If you see here, by lower down the temperature, my content is more concise and related to the Python only, no extra words. So this is the effect of the temperature. But temperature is not affecting the token count. Clear?
Mm, so, yeah.
Right? Because we are not setting up any limit here. If we are setting up the limit, so definitely that effect will become. So now, apart from that, we have the add stop sequences. So if you see these things, when I just put the cursor on it, so they are saying that truncate the response, including after the string. So if I got a particular line, please, if I got a particular word or a sequence, please stop the generation of my tokens. So let's take this thing. So if I found a web development or if I found a sentence like install Python, I don't need this thing installation part. So what I'm going to do is if I found if while generation the token, if you found install Python, please stop my execution. Okay. And now I'm asking the same question. So now if you see these things, so install Python part is not coming up. As the temperature is very low, so it is giving the same output again. And this part, when they start with the install Python, so they are not giving any output after that. Clear? Install Python things are not coming up now. So this is the effect of the temperature and add the stop sequence. Okay.
Thanks for watching the video. For full course, please visit www.igmguru.com and enroll today.